How's everybody doing today? This is Andrew Stevens with AJS Promotional Media. This video is going to be off-site SEO, total exposure on the internet without any upfront costs. How we're going to do this is we're going to take your site. I'm going to use this as an example of your site here. First off, we want to make sure that we cover every search area on the internet. A lot of people know about search from Google, Yahoo, Bing.com, Ask.com, and other search engines. But there's plenty of ways that users search on the internet other than using search engines themselves. So we're going over all those areas right now. I'm going to start with the information search. The information search is for people who are looking to do research on a particular product, service, research of any kind. We want to make sure we have to expose the visibility and transparency and the information end of the internet. So we'll do that by posting articles and doing article marketing. You can post articles in several databases. I personally like goarticles.com and InDesignArticles.com. There's hundreds of databases to post articles on. Press releases are a little different, and we'll go over later on how to write a particular press release for a product or service, and also how to write articles for maximum optimization. Another information search criteria that we want to touch base with is what's called product search. Many users will use a product search database. Google will feed from product search databases as well as Bing and Ask.com. But with product search, like Google Base, we want to keep current updates on all products, promotions, and savings discounts that may be available that you want to offer online. So we definitely want to touch base on the product search end. Another area of the search that we're going to deal with is called video search. Video search is a media search, and media searches are typically going to be done from people during their leisure time. So we definitely want to get some transparency in the video search end to have a social aspect of our business or our service. We can do that with YouTube. PhotoBucket has a wonderful video sharing community. There's dozens of video sharing communities out there, but we definitely want to touch base on the video search. One other place that we like to touch base on is RSS feeds. Now RSS feeds will fall under a social networking category. They are picked up by your search engines. So we use RSS feeds as a complete category for search transparency now. So now that we've covered the search area of where we're going to expose your site at, we're going to move on and also deal with social media. Social media is a newer Web 2.0 ideology that brings people together and builds communities on the internet. Within these communities, you can do a lot of proactive advertisement. You just want to make sure that you're not down your throat or pushing your service or product within a social atmosphere. So how we do that is we deal with blogs. I'm sure you've heard the word blog by now. We're also going to deal with newsletters. Newsletters are part of your RSS feed over here, but it's the social aspect part of it, social networking part. We're also going to deal with groups. Groups on the social networks themselves. Social networks such as LinkedIn, MySpace, Facebook, and many other social networks. We also want to get involved in what's called forums. A forum is a community on the internet that's typically dealing with a very niche product or service, and it wants to provide a lot of information on one site. These are community-based sites, which means that they have a residual traffic on a monthly basis, typically keeping the same traffic for a long period of time. Another area that we will deal with is social bookmarking. Social bookmarking was the very first way of dealing with Web 2.0 social media. Most people are familiar with a site called dig.com. Dig is the very first social bookmark that I started using. There's also technorati.com. Many others stumbled upon social bookmark arenas. We definitely want to touch base on social bookmarking also. So that's going to cover our social networking areas. Another thing that we want to get into when we're doing SEO or any off-site optimization is we want to have a visibility of what we call our link exchange programs. Link exchange programs will get you a lot of links from quality and relative sites. How you do that is we're going to create a link structure for people to use on their sites if our site provides relevant information for their users. In return, we're going to use a link to their site because we've already made a decision that these sites will have relevant information for our users. So that's how we run a link exchange program. There's several types of links. First is the reciprocal link, which is exactly what we just mentioned with link exchange. The second type is a one-way link. A one-way link is a link that comes to your site, but you're not offering a link to the site itself that's linking to yours. Being that it's one way, it's a referral in terms of search engines. So they look at that like someone's referring your product or service as being quality. And that's going to be your number one way to develop a high search ranking would be your one-way links. This entire process is a way of gaining quality one-way links in the end. One other area we're going to get into is we're going to allow affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is another Web 2.0, but it's a B2B aspect. Affiliate marketing allows other webmasters to produce banner ads on their sites or to manifest banner ads on their sites for their users to click through in order to go to your site. Typically, you want to have a relevant site, something that's good for the users on that site. But we're going to set up many different images and ads and banners that will allow other webmasters to use. And that's called an affiliate program. We will pay them every time that a sale lands through their site, but that's just your commission structure anyway. So this right here is how we gain our total exposure on the internet, what we call off-site SEO. And this series of videos will go over each one of these areas in very much detail. I look forward to talking to you more about it. If you like what you've heard already, please join my RSS feeds. Check my newsletters out. Again, this is Andrew Stevens with AJS Promotional Media for Top Ranked Tactics. If you have any questions or concerns or want to get a hold of me personally, you can reach me toll-free at 1-888-RANK 888. Yes, that's 1-888-726-5888. Until then, happy selling and have a wonderful day.